G'day Metroids, welcome to another update. My name's Trent and I'm the CEO of Metrix Coin. Today I wanted to come back to the Metroids with our Q3 team AMA. Now, rather than the whole team, this one's going to be just me. And the reason I wanted to do this one is there's been quite a few questions more directed to myself on social media. So I thought, what a great opportunity, rather than just replying to everyone individually, I'll take all your questions on board and I'll give you a video reply. So that's what I intend to do today. In the coming weeks, you'll see some posts from us on Telegram and Twitter and also Discord, and we're going to ask for more questions. And then we'll get the whole team together, or as many of the team as we can. Obviously, we're all in different time zones, and we'll answer those questions for you. So let's start off with today's AMA. Now, we've got a long question from M from Telegram. So what I'll do is I'll just try to break this down a little bit, just so that I answer the whole thing, rather than missing any parts of it. So M's replied to a post I did, I can't remember, it was either yesterday or the day before, just regarding the capital raise. And my comments were, if you're interested in doing the capital raise, now's a good time. With the price of BNB, we're obviously raising BNB. So if you can buy BNB cheaper, then in my point of view, that's probably a good time to invest that BNB with Metrix, if it's something that you wanted to do. Not financial advice, just my opinion. So this is where this started. So let me read to you what M's got. So M says, the 25 sat program, oh, hang on, give me one sec. Okay, sorry, here we go. So M says, hello Trent. I think your work is good, but the post I thought was bad the first time. I don't think English is M's first language, so I'll just work it out as we go. So this was referring to the capital raise post. M says, the 25 sat program was simple in structure and always predicted quick turnaround. Therefore, was gone quickly. My team had also invested. So my reply is the simple structure, yes, obviously agreed. I tried to make that as simple as possible. The quick turnaround, sorry, Em, I don't understand where that's coming from. The simple structure, the terms of that investment, basically stated that when price exceeds 25 Satoshi and remains above 25 Satoshi for a minimum of 48 hours, then the payout event will be triggered. Now, we haven't reached 25 Satoshis. We haven't even been listed, as everyone's aware. I've commented many times on what's going on there, and as everyone knows, if you haven't seen the videos, I'll give you a quick update. The exchange must advise first to anyone talking about the exchange by name, by listing, etc. There's a lot of legalities around that. Now, we can't mention anything until the exchange does. I can tell you we're in the closing stages. How long are these closing stages? I still don't know. They haven't advised me. As soon as they do, I'll advise everyone, but we can't be far off now. Okay. But once we're listed, I expected price to go up, as most people do. The deal was when it exceeded the 25 Satoshis for more than 48 hours, everyone would be paid out. So we're still waiting for that. Now, the only mention on a timeline there was the listing application for the exchange would be applied for in Q2. Now, it wasn't applied for in Q2. I actually completed the application in Q1, and I also paid the full listing fee in Q1 of 2021. So as far as my side of things, as far as the team side, we're ahead of schedule. As far as any other timelines, there have been no other timelines talked about apart from what we were hoping to achieve, what we're pushing the exchange to do. Now, unfortunately, there's been a mad rush in the bull market of all these other projects. So we don't have any priority. No other projects has any priority. The exchange will list us as and when they do. Okay, so I hope that answers that part. M goes on to say, now I was annoyed that hardly anyone participates in the 100 sat program. I'm not annoyed that, and I wouldn't say no one, we've had 71 BNB raised. I'm not annoyed, and I understand that if people don't want to invest, don't invest. It's not compulsory, you don't have to invest. If you'd like to see the progression of Metrix to keep growing at the rate that we've been growing, then please invest. If you're not interested in investing, don't invest. It's as simple as that, guys. The US exchange, the US friendly exchange that we're trying to list on, I can't guarantee you when it's going to happen. I have it as a roadmap item for Q4. In Q3, we have another roadmap item to start a capital raise. Now, just like the first one, I started that early. for the simple reason we're now more experienced in how long it can actually take to get listed. So the faster we can raise this capital, the faster we can get listed. It's as simple as that. Hence my comment the other day. M goes on to say, now the new hundreds SAT program is coming. Idea good, implementation too complicated. It would be easier. You would have asked every member on Twitter and Telegram whether one donates 0.1 BNB, that would be £20, and that would have participated very many. That way you would have gotten 1,500 BNB very quickly. New program with shares is not very creditable, just because also no small BNB contributions are admitted. Totally senseless. Now, again, M, I understand that just by reading this, English isn't your first language, but I'm just trying to understand where you're coming from, and I get your points, and I'm sure I get your points, but I don't believe what you're saying is a great idea. And the reason I don't believe it's a great idea is I've already done this. Yes, we've got 15, 20,000 on our socials, maybe 30 if you put them all together. Yes, we can go out to all our socials and say, guys, everyone donate 0.1 BNB to us, and we're going to have 1,500 plus BNB. Unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. A year ago, I released a MRX donation address. We put it out on all of our socials, and believe it or not, we actually had higher numbers of socials back then. The more we seem to do, the more we tend to promote the project, the lower the numbers seem to go. So that's something we're looking at the moment. But out of all the pushing of all the socials, we had video going out, we had heaps of posts going out, we had all the incentives going out. We're talking about bounty programs, we're talking about all sorts of stuff. The actual number, physical number of people that donated MRX was 17. It wasn't 20,000, it wasn't 30,000, it wasn't half of that, it wasn't 15,000. It wasn't 1,000, it was 17 people. Now, the reason I know what you're saying, M, sounds good and doesn't work is because I've already done it. And I'm not asking for BNB, I was asking for metrics. And I didn't put a minimum of the metrics. You could have donated 100 metrics. You could have donated 1 million metrics, and a lot of people did. Some donated 2 million. But I never asked for a set figure in the metrics. With the BNB, I need to provide a set figure for the accountability. And you're talking that it's not creditable. Well, it is creditable, and I'll tell you why it's creditable. It's a totally different setup to a donation. I'm not after donations because I know the donations don't work. If I'm asking people to donate BNB and I got 17 people donate 0.1 BNB, we'd be much worse off than where we are today. So what I have done has worked. What I've done is 100% credible, and I'm not upset that you use that what I'm doing is not creditable, but I am a bit upset. So let me just explain, because I think there's a total lack of understanding with what I've actually done and what people think I've done here. What I've done is I've set up a company. The sole purpose of that company was to raise capital. Guess what the company was called? Metrix Coin Capital Raise Limited. So the name itself tells you exactly what the company's for. The company has a full legal team and accounting team to provide ownership of the company in equal to any investment that's been provided. The ownership is secured by shares within the company. So it's not a donation, it's not a gift. We give you shares in the company prorated to the amount of ownership that you've provided. The company is audited by the accounting team for full transparency. And you're saying the program with shares is incredible, and this is the part that I just don't understand. This is the exact same system used for every public company all over the world. Doesn't matter what country you're in. The shares, you might say shares in Vanuatu or Australia or New Zealand. If you're US-based, you'd say stocks. But shares and stocks, same sort of thing. It's just slightly different names. If you wanted to invest in Coca-Cola, you don't go and buy Coca-Cola. You buy shares in Coca-Cola. You buy the shares or stocks within the company. The same as if you want to be part of Facebook, Google, Amazon, you don't buy the company. You buy shares or stocks within the company. The shares of your holdership is at the same value at the time of your investment as what you've purchased. This is how you receive basically a certificate to prove your ownership. So don't get me wrong, and please don't let me come across as I'm dismissing your point, but the thing is I just don't understand your point that it's not creditable. we've gone to a huge expense that we didn't need to go to. Setting up a company, setting up a legal team, doing all the research on the legalities within the country that the company is registered, setting up an accounting team, having the accountant issue either certificates of trust or shareholderships within the company. That's a lot of work. There's a lot of reporting. Then it needs to be fully auditable to the B&B that's received by the company. So if that's not credible, I don't know what is. So I'm sorry, but I've totally missed your point on that one. As far as looking at the social numbers for the capital raise, well, we've been through this. It's I've already tested that. We've tried it with airdrops. We've tried it with all sorts of ways. But the best example I can give you is when we went out and we asked for Metrix donations. We received 17 donations. Now that was done over a 4-month period. There's still only 17 donations. So I think what we've done has been done well. So let's move on. M goes on to say, further, one should have said the US exchanger and marketing plan openly, then more confidence would be there. Now it is also secret again. This has a deterrent effect. Again, Em, I'm sorry, I don't understand why you're saying this or why you think this, why you feel this. I don't know of any secret that I'm holding. I've already published a post in my previous video update. In that video update, I said that I've already submitted 6, maybe 7, I can't remember the number, listing applications within the top US-friendly exchanges, and I plan to submit as many more as soon as possible. Now that was in probably 4.5 weeks ago, I released that video. It's in the update section of our Discord. It's been posted on Twitter. It's been posted on Telegram. So if you didn't see that post, then please have another look. I've now submitted listing applications on 15 US-friendly exchanges. Now, which 15? The top 15 US-friendly exchanges. How do we know which ones they are? Is it a big secret? No, it's not a secret. Go to CoinMarketCap, click on exchanges, then you'll have to do your own research to which ones are US-friendly and which ones aren't, because there's a lot of exchanges that don't touch the US citizens whatsoever. So remove those ones. Which exchange is it? It's every other one left in the top 15. Anyone can do this. So there's no secret there whatsoever. The marketing plan, also, it's not a secret. I don't understand why you feel this is a secret. It was released on the brochure. Now, I couldn't give specifics to how much money went to what part of the business to what have you until we reach a soft cap at least. We're nowhere near a soft cap, so I can't tell you how much money is going to where. But obviously, we're going to be doing the best marketing job that we can. But let me read it to you from the brochure where we're talking about the capital raise. It says, the aim of the specific capital raise is to dominate the cryptocurrency space with a highly targeted marketing campaign to promote our brand of products, including our NFT platform, Wage Street Gaming platform, buymetrix.com, and our wrap products. In conjunction with this marketing campaign, the balance of the funds will be used to list on a major US-friendly exchange as per Q4 2021 roadmap. So, guys, I'm sorry, but if that's not clear of where we're spending our money as far as marketing goes, then obviously you might want an itemised account. Well, I can't give you an itemised account until we know how much BNB we've got. Okay, so there certainly wasn't a secret. That's where we want to spend our money. That's what we want to promote. Okay, so let's move on. Tim goes on to say, what annoys me is the lack of marketing at Wage Street Gaming, so they missed the huge opportunity of brilliant platform. Also, his homepage is still outdated. It says GMG. Marketing is weakest of Metrix team. Okay, well, thank you for your opinion, Em. I'm not sure what marketing you have or haven't reviewed that we've done, but we've been running an ongoing Facebook and Instagram campaign highly targeted to bring people to a site, which was a landing page for Wage Street Gaming for registration. Now, we built this landing page specifically for this reason, and I believe the campaign was a success. The campaign netted over 2,000 signups. We further had a campaign running on Gleam. This was operated by Jude, and I think Jude did an amazing job. I don't have the exact figures on me. I've asked Jude for them, but I think he's asleep at the moment. So, but I didn't want to hold up this. But let me come back to you with that number if I'm wrong. But I believe it was over 20,000. I think it was 25,000 entrants were part of that promotion. And that promotion was all about liking and sharing and knowing about Wage Street Gaming. We further had a referral program running. Now, again, I don't have the exact sign-up numbers for the simple reason that we work in different time zones. The guys looking after this are in different time zones and they're not awake right now. But that campaign's been very successful. Now, that campaign hasn't stopped. That's an ongoing campaign. The Gleam campaign, I know that's in the mix to come out again. We've got to give it a little bit of a rest in between the campaigns. So what the team had planned to do was bring on some really big influencers, some people in the gaming world that are very, very well known, that have very, very large networks. Now, these people aren't free. So the research we've done, the minimum's about 25,000. We're looking to bring 2 to 3 of these influencers on board to really talk about and really push the marketing side. Now, without the capital raise working, guys, where's this money coming from? We don't have 50 to 75,000 just sitting there on the shelf waiting to use. We're a community-run project. The entire team, including myself, are volunteers. So I know you might have a level of expectation here, but please understand that we're doing a huge amount with very, very little resources. We rely on the community to assist us to run the community-run project. Now, if the community doesn't want to assist us to do that, then it's not going to work very well. If the community does want to assist us, then that's great. We're going to go leaps and bounds, and I believe we've come leaps and bounds in the last 18 months, but don't let me be the judge of that. Okay, so in relation to the website being outdated with GMG, I can't find it. I've spent at least 20 minutes today going over the website. I cannot see GMG anywhere on there. It may just be a cache issue. You may have it stored in previous cache. I don't know. I've asked the team to go through and have a look. And if I'm mistaken and it's there, I'll take full credit for the oversight. But I haven't been able to find it. So please feel free, send me a screenshot and I'll get it fixed up straight away. Lastly from M, one user wanted to know the entire BNB of the team and not one person. I think question is justified. How much BNB the team has invested in total? Okay, sorry. Let me just clarify this because this was going back to previous posts from, I think, a day, maybe even 3 days ago. I came back and said that I'm not happy to release that information. Now, although there's a couple of other people that thought it was warranted as well as M, and I think it's great that you guys said that it's more than warranted and justified, but the truth is it's not justified in any way, shape or form. And the reason being is I'm personally the company director and the trustee for Metrix Coin Capital Limited, Capital Raise Limited. Now, as the trustee, I hold confidential information on behalf of the shareholders. This is a private company, it's not a public company. If I was to release that information, although it may seem trivial, I'm in a breach of my fiduciary duty as trustee. Now, I'm not prepared to do that. I've never breached fiduciary duty in my life, and as most of you would know, I've run over 40 companies and been CEO of all of them. I would firstly need to write to all shareholders to ask their permission if I can discuss this publicly. Now, whether they're a team member or a community member, please understand that all team members were community members. They're all Metrix investors. They've donated their time to join the team in a voluntary role. So whether you want to separate a team member from a community member who is a community member anyway, I mean, that's up to yourself. But as far as legalities go, I don't want to be in breach of my fiduciary duty, and that's the reason I said no. I don't think the outcome's going to make any difference. If anyone wants to know if I've personally invested in BNB, no, I haven't. I haven't done it. Okay, next question. Benjo, in reply to M. Hi, maybe I expressed myself not as best as you, most percentage of team invested. I think you're right with your donation idea and lack of marketing. Okay, well, I hope I've covered that. Next question, Metrix in Binance, question mark. Not sure how to answer that. No, Metrix is not in Binance. We're not a trading pair on Binance. It's not through lack of effort of trying. We're desperately trying, and you'll note in the top 15 US exchanges, Binance is certainly one of them, so we've put a listing application in. What you may be referring to is the wrapped Metrix, where we're about to release MRX on the Binance Smart Chain, and that's due for release Q3, which is this quarter. That's progressed really, really well. We're on a test net currently. I believe that we're in the final stages of that, but rather than just release it, we want to release it with some marketing and with a bit of other information. So
I don't want to just push that one out quickly. That's going to be, I believe, a game changer for us. So I want to take that one a little bit slower. Another one from Benjo. I apologise if I'm pronouncing this wrong. Capital B, small b, E-N-J-O. Can we see his CV somewhere? I guess you're referring to my CV. I don't personally have a CV. CVs are what we use to get a job. I've never had a job. I've always run my own companies. But what I have provided publicly is my LinkedIn profile. If you go to the Metrix Coin website, you find my photo, you click on the little LinkedIn, it's there. It's been there for 12 months. Also CEO of BDPW, so he is not retired, grin grin. No partnership between BDPW and Metrix. Okay, you're 100% correct. I'm not retired. I was retired. I came out of retirement to run Metrix. The reason I've done that, I've made very public. I believe I'm the largest, call it a shareholder, investor, whatever you'd like, of the coin. And I thought that my skill set could be used. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. That's why I'm working for free. Can you be retired and have other companies? 100% you can. And if you're retired and you don't have a company, you're obviously not very wealthy. You're on a pension or government system or so forth. Anyone who has some sort of wealth to their name runs their wealth through companies. So I'll be full disclosure, I've got 6 companies operating over 2 countries. They're 100% under management right now. I'm the CEO of each of these companies. However, they require 0 input from me. Okay, so I won't get too much further into that, but BDPW, that's just one of my companies and it's not related to Metrix in any way, shape or form. PK, while we battle market conditions, one big catalyst announced for Metrix over Wage Street Gaming or the top 20 exchange were corporate partnerships through ATS, etc. What's happening over there? It was mentioned that liquidity would be handled by these transactions, but haven't seen yes. Yes, great question. I'm the one that announced ATS with White Shark, and White Shark's the main man on the ground in between Italy and Malta who's working with these partnerships. I'm doing what I can with Luca. However, I'm a little bit limited to what I can actually do just because of the language barrier. It's all Italian. My Italian is nowhere near as good as their English. In fact, I only know a few words of Italian. So Luca's taken the lead on these. What I can say is any client that we get from ATS will be an absolute game changer. These clients are not small. They are massive, massive clients. The thing when you work with these massive clients is some are government, some operate within the government, some private sector that have taken over from government, and some are private sector that have taken over from the public sector. So we're talking massive, massive organisations. They're never going to roll out fast. They're never going to be a 1 month, sign it up, here's the deal. What I can tell you is that we're working with 6 of these massive clients already. We have a lot of interest. To bring anything else further forward now, we don't have anything else to talk about. As soon as we do, we will bring things forward. The Great Buffalo question is 20 million MRX times 3. 3 months agreed to, voted on through governors, being spent on marketing yet. Hasn't been spent on marketing yet, I guess. Also, how is it disposed of? Currently, no exchange will absorb that amount. Thanks, guys. Great question, Buffalo. Thanks for the question. The breakdown of these coins was made public in a Medium article post that we posted at the time of the proposal that went on the governor protocol. So some of these coins went to business development, some went to marketing, some went to a bounty program, some went to a BDM incentive program, others went to small miscellaneous fees to cover things like internet bills or PayPal expenses or what have you. The marketing budget was used to entice people to sign up for Wage Street Gaming. So the funds that you saw going out through the Gleam program, for example, there was 1 million metrics for that. That was operated by Jude, and that was the one that gained, I think it was about 25,000 signups. So they're the sort of things that we do to promote. We've got other small programs where you can like, share, post, all that sort of stuff, and receive MRX in bounty programs and so forth. So that's where that's gone. It hasn't all been spent. All of that's sitting on the team purse, and it's been divided equally into those amounts as per the Medium article. So that money doesn't just get spent bang straight up. There's 20 million hitting the exchange. There's no way we'd allow that to happen. So it's done in a measured way so that the feeling of the funds hitting the exchanges should be minimised at best. Okay. Benjo again. What about cash in now machine still in development? Okay, so this is a good one, and I was actually going to do a separate video on this just to outline exactly I've already mentioned it a few times. I've already put this in Medium articles and other posts several times, but let's deal with that in this post. So BA Consult, great company. They just work at a different pace to what I'm prepared to work at. Now, we wanted in 2020 to release the cash now machines. Then COVID came in and we had all sorts of problems. We had set up relationships already with casinos and so forth. It was all ready to go. COVID came, casinos were closed, brick and mortar was closed. Italy went into lockdown. It was just a disaster. Since then, not a lot's happened. What we have done since then, though, is we've moved forward as a project, as a team. So that's where Whitechart brought on ATS. Now, ATS is a much larger company than BA Consult. So it didn't really make a lot of sense to have BA Consult and ATS operating with the same client base when ATS has the same clients as BA, but a lot more clients and a lot larger clients. So it was also a much larger company and they wanted to work at the speed that we wanted to work at. It's all about delivering our promises to our community. There's no point us sitting here working for free and just blowing hot air up everyone. That's pointless. I'm certainly not coming out of retirement to waste my time here, I can promise you that. I'm here to get results, and I believe we've got some great results today, but we haven't got all the results that we need. And this is why I'm so committed to continually working with the team, continually drive this project and make this happen. So in answer to your question, BA Consult, we no longer have a partnership with. ATS is taking over that partnership, and it's now a much, much bigger partnership. You'll notice I've updated the white paper in the previous release as well, but BA Consult's not in there. Mr. M, this may have been a comment, regarding the 71 BNB for the second capital rise, to be honest, I don't know how it's been distributed. Okay, the reason you don't know is because I haven't made that public as yet. I haven't distributed any. I don't plan on distributing any until we hit the soft cap. However, we may need to reduce the soft cap as the BNB price increases. What we need this capital raise for, firstly, was for enough funds for the exchange listing. Now, when I say exchange listing, I'm being general. It's not just the fees for an exchange listing. An exchange listing could be anywhere from $100,000 to $250,000. You also need to have a market maker in operation. The market maker will need funds to get started in Metrix and either USDT or BTC to use those to trade with. They'll also won't work for free, so there's going to be market maker costs. They could be anything from $5,000 a month to $20,000 a month. From there, we've also got the legal process that needs to happen. Now, for the previous exchange we went through, the legal process started at 12,000 USD, and there was a few little extras that probably cost another 5,000 in total. So that one was about 17,000 USD that we needed. Being a US-friendly exchange, the legal process is going to be more intense. There's going to be a lot more involved, only because the US has a lot more intense rules. So how much is that legal process? Don't know. I'd probably allow 50,000 as a minimum. So the 71 BNB we've raised, that's why they haven't started. The marketing event off the 71, that's why that hasn't started. We need to hit the soft cap. So I will reduce the soft cap. I've got no problem reducing that soft cap as we get further into talks with the exchanges and get a much better understanding of what is required from the exchange. And then we can work out which exchange we're going to run with, what the costs are going to be, and then plan it out from there. Once we've got that understood, we've got the money for the marketing. Now, just to go a little bit further on that, if we'd hit the soft cap early, we would have had plenty of marketing money. The maximum we would have needed is 250 BNB for the exchange listing. PK, so when the team members say Q3 is going to be great for Metrix, what does that actually mean? As far as checking off the roadmap items, the team has been doing a great job. How does this translate towards adoption to MRX and to top 200? Great question again. Roadmap has been a very well thought out process. I've personally made it very challenging for the team to hit the items by the timeline. You would have noticed I've added a lot of new items to the roadmap, which made it even harder. But what I've done to counterbalance that is I've brought on more team members. I've brought on new team members in the last week. We've just released one today, which is Spark. So I'm not sure if you've seen any promotion from that yet, but you will.
we'll get a team card out and so forth. We've got another team member I'm working on in business development as well. That'll all be announced pretty soon. So by expanding the team, we can expand our roadmap. By expanding our roadmap, we can expand our reach. By expanding our reach, obviously, it's going to do better for the project. Well, let's look at some examples just to see where that roadmap has led us. So please understand, though, just because we've ticked off an item on the roadmap, that doesn't mean it's done. That means the process has started. So bringing on a partnership, let's look at, what's a good one? CoinsPaid, classic example. So we've brought on CoinsPaid, we've announced a partnership, tick the box, great. What we're waiting on now is the integration of MRX on their platform. Now that should be done this week. We had a guideline of about the 20th. Today, for me, is about the 20th. By the time you see this, for most people, it'll be about the 20th. So once that partnership is formalised, meaning that the coin is fully integrated, then I'm going to do a blockchain chronicles with the CEO of CoinsPaid, Max. And we're going to talk a lot about what the partnership means, how it's going to work, what they're going to do for Metrix. We're also going to have CoinsPaid market to their entire, I was going to say fleet, but it's not a fleet, it's a group of merchants. Once all these merchants hear about Metrix, all they've got to do is tick a box on their dashboard and they can now accept MRX. So that's going to bring hundreds of merchants online overnight, which I think is going to be huge. How well that works is how well we can promote that. And that's the next stage of what we're doing for this partnership. Another partnership which we really, really were excited to release about 6 weeks ago is a huge casino. It's an online casino. It gets us around all the legal problems of COVID and lockdowns and everything else. The only issue is that this casino has some licensing issues. So it's working through these issues at the moment. They're nothing to do with the Metrix license. It's nothing to do with Metrix in any way, shape or form. It's to do with the casino itself and their providers. So as soon as that gets sorted out, and I'm sure it will because it's a massive casino, there's hundreds of staff involved that are on wages. So as soon as that's all sorted out, that'll be a really, really good partnership to announce. What will that do for Metrix price and for the daily volume? I can only surmise. I think it's going to be an absolutely amazing event for Metrix. We'll give you more information on that one as it comes to life. Okay. What else we got here? Oh, another example is our wrapped products. We started talking about the wrapped product earlier for are we on Binance, and my answer being we're not on Binance, but we will be on the Binance Smart Chain. So that coin is going to be MRX with a small b. We've also got MRX with a small e for the Ethereum network. Now, that's going to allow us to list on Pancake and on Uniswap. Now, is that big news? I think so. I think it's huge news. Will that give us huge daily volume and huge liquidity? I don't know. I really hope it does. But what the team's going to do is we're going to create liquidity pools as well. So we're going to fund these liquidity pools. We'll set them up on both Pancake and on Uniswap. We're also looking at other DEXs that we can be set up on as well, just to get as much coverage out there as possible. If anyone else has got any ideas, any thoughts on that, please, you know how to contact us. Lastly, from VWR, hey Trent, any updates regarding our previous partnerships, Cash Now and ATS? Oh, that's an easy one. I'm pretty sure we've already covered that one. So, Metroids, that's it for today. Hopefully I've covered your list of questions. I hope I haven't rushed over them because I wanted to cover them thoroughly, hence doing this video. I didn't want to just post some comments. But please, if we will have another AMA with the team, so please feel free, reply to our Twitter posts, our Telegram posts, and our Discord posts. Give us some questions. Anyone who's giving us questions, obviously you're behind what Metrix is, you're behind what the project is. We're all volunteers. If you'd like to join the team, if you've got a skill set, if you've got some time, if you just want to help out around the shop, please hit me up. There's plenty of jobs going. There's plenty of things that can be done. We are a community-run project. This community needs to run the project. The team's here to assist, but feel free to join the team. Guys, until probably the next couple of weeks, I'll see you again. Until then, thanks, guys.